Welcome to the ONRR video module on the override process for OGOR reports. After you validate your OGOR report, you may get error codes that will prevent you from sending your OGOR. Watch this video on overrides before contacting your production reporting contact, known as a PRC.
In the validation results window, you may see error codes and/or warning codes. You will need to review, verify your data, and correct any errors if possible.
Please also review your warning errors. While these errors will not prevent you from sending your OGOR, some may become fatal errors or have downstream consequences after transmission to ONRR.
Please see our video modules on how to clear common OGOR errors.
If you continue to get an error and you know your data is accurate, you may need an override. An override is a multiple-step process that allows you to request an override to allow processing of an OGOR that was rejected by e-commerce's fatal system edits or error checks during the validation process.
While most fatal errors can be cleared without requesting an override, there are some situations where the data may be correct, but is outside of the parameters of ONRR's error checks. In these cases, you will have to request an override.
Examples of when ONRR may approve an override request are
when the BTU content or API gravity is not within the acceptable range,
when you are reporting OGORs for a previous operator,
or when you are submitting a modified OGOR with delete or add lines and adding disposition code 20.
Please contact your PRC to determine if you have a valid reason for an override.
Please do not click the override button until ONRR can verify that your errors can be overridden.
ONRR will need the following documentation to support your override request: screen capture of the validation results, PDF file of the OGOR parts A, B, and/or C with the errors, any supporting documentation.
When you are at the validation results page, take a screenshot of the error codes you want to override.
Microsoft Windows often has a screen capture tool called the snipping tool that you can use, or use the print screen button on your keyboard to capture an image of your screen.
If you do not know how to take a screenshot, do a web search for screen capture for your operating system.
Save this screenshot. You will need to send it to your PRC.
To make a file copy PDF of the OGOR Part A or B or C that has the error, use the print functionality to print to PDF, or you can take a screenshot of the OGOR part. An example of supporting documentation is a copy of a run ticket showing your API gravity or a gas statement showing your BTU content. Once you have the above information gathered, email this documentation to your PRC to start the override request process.
Make sure you give the following information in your email:
Your name and contact information, the error codes that you want to override, and what you are trying to override and why you think your data entries are correct.
Your PRC will approve or deny your request. If your PRC believes you do not have a valid override request, they will assist you in fixing your errors or may ask for additional documentation to gain override approval.
If your PRC believes you do have a valid override request, they will tell you to submit an override request via e-commerce.
Log in and go to the Report Document section and find the OGOR that needs the override. Click on the Edit button. Then click the Override button. Complete the override request page.
Be sure you fill in the text box called Justification State the reason for the override. Then verify your contact information and enter your phone number. If the displayed contact information is incorrect, enter the correct data in the justification field.
If this OGOR is for an audit, you must enter the auditor's name and contact information as well. Once you have completed the form, save, then click on the Submit button. Click OK on the pop-up window if you agree and are ready to submit.
This will submit your override request to ONRR. E-commerce will return you to the header data page. Your override status will now show as pending.
ONRR's override request team will review your override request package. There are several oversight steps in this process. This may take some time. The team will then approve or deny your override request.
If approved, you will receive an email. Log into e-commerce and find the OGOR report. Click on the Edit button. Your override status will now show Approved.
Click Send to transmit the OGOR to ONRR. Congratulations! You successfully completed an override request and submitted the OGOR to ONRR.
If the override request is denied, ONRR will email you. Contact your PRC to find out why the request was denied. In e-commerce, the override status will show Denied.
Unlock the report by clicking on the Override button and then click on the Unlock button. Note, the Unlock button removes the override request. Click OK in the pop-up window if you are ready to proceed.
Once unlocked, you can edit the OGOR. When you have made your changes, save, revalidate, and send the report.
As a final reminder, it is important that you contact your PRC, provide supporting documentation, and resolve any errors that are not part of the override request before you click on the Override button.
If you have feedback on this module or input on future modules that you would like to see us produce, please email us at honorvideomailbox@honor.gov. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in future modules.